terrible dream. Everything we do is dirty and wrong, and I can tell that you like it. Don't you deny it. Let us indulge in all earthly joys. You know you want it to be my love toy. Give it another try tonight. I'm gonna make this all right. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women and guys on the earth. We are. You don't love the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women and guys on the earth. We are. You don't love the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women and guys on the earth. We are. You don't love the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star.
How's it going? Home dogs, what's up? How have you been this week? Hello, welcome to the stream. Congratulations, you made it. It's streaming time. Wow! Are you guys excited for today's stream? I'm excited for today's stream. I've been thinking about this for a while. Yeah. We're gonna be making terrain out of useless, disgusting sprues. The waste material of Warhammer. I need to. Oh, hold on. I've got a secret. I've got a secret to reveal to you. Can you give us a down with the sickness? What? With what filter? This one. Oh fuck, not that. Sorry. With this one? We're gonna be sprucing up some sprues. God. I've got a secret to reveal to you. There you go. I'm doing good. You want to know why I'm doing good? I finished my assignment. And I'm very happy. Well, technically, it's due tomorrow. It's due tomorrow, but I've finished everything. So technically, it's a group assignment. So hopefully none of my group mates hit me up and be like, actually, we need to do one more thing. Hopefully that doesn't happen. because it's due tomorrow night. But I've done everything I need to do, so yeah! I'm excited. Oh my god, actually? Hold on, do you want to hear some drama? Do you want to hear some drama that happened in class? The keyboard sounds lovely. Thank you. You like my blue switches? I love my blue switches. Cherry MX blues. You want to hear some uni drama? It was pretty intense. Thank you, Samuel. We were in class, we were doing our presentation things, and we were all sitting in like groups next to each other, and so at the end of the presentations, everyone was like starting to pack up and stuff. We were sitting next to this group that had like an awesome presentation. Like it looked really good. Like they were definitely gonna get top marks for that. Anyway, and we were like intimidated the whole time. We're like, oh man, if this is the standard we have to live up to, oh man, we're gonna fail. But then at the end of class, we heard them start to like bicker with each other, and I overheard one of the girls in the group say that she spent $300 on a shit for this assignment. Fuck. 300 Aussie dollar dues for an assignment. Madge. Anyway, that's not the only thing. Because then literally she was leaving, and they start yelling at each other like as she's leaving. One of the girls is like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? It wasn't it wasn't like that. I don't remember what she said, but it's just like, it's about the principal. And I'm like, oh shit, there's fucking drama. They were yelling so loud, and the tutors didn't even notice because they were too busy marking. It was insane. And it ended in one of them fucking crying, and the other one walked out. It was mad. It was mad. First of all, spending $300 on an assignment, and then also the group fucking breaking down. That's insane. So anyway, if that's the cost of getting top marks, I'm happy with being a just average. So, holy shit, it was mad. It was insane. It was entertaining to listen to, at least. Man, I turned back to our group, and we were like, wow, I'm so glad I got to be with you guys. Our group was so chill. I loved it. Anyway, the funny part as well is that there is like a mark that you can give each other at the end of the presentation stuff. You have to give your group mates a mark, which actually reflects in your overall grade. So I don't know what they're gonna mark each other, man. But imagine if they get top marks for their presentation, and then they all like give each other zeros to their teammates because they're all shit teammates, and then they like just got average. Anyway, insane. Yeah, almost sort of a Leviathan box. Almost. That's what I would have spent $300 on. Man, there's so many things I'd spend $300 on instead of a fucking assignment. What the hell? What kind of rich kid do you have to be to want to spend $300 on an assignment? Anyway, you'll be back later playing Root with friends. Oh, I love Root. Have fun. Get the popcorn. Oh my god. Me and the other girl in my group were like, we were listening in. We were leaned into this shit. We were so. It was like a real life drama show happening right in front of us. It was amazing. I love to watch other people suffer, especially if I get better marks afterwards, maybe. Anyway, so today we're making sprue terrain. If anyone has any ideas for things to make with sprues, have you guys ever made stuff with your sprues? Sprue goo is a popular thing. I've never done sprue goo before though, because I don't have what is it, isopropyl alcohol, I think you need, or something else. You need some sort of like cleaning alcohol to melt it down, and also it sounds very much like it will release toxic fumes. And I'm already getting enough cancer from my plastic glue, so I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna half my life expectancy by playing Warhammer. Spent $50 on an assignment once to print posters. Oh yeah, I mean we spent so much money on fucking posters. It's so annoying. Our posters were $70. At least like we get to split it. Jesus. Also, another thing, it was so annoying because we obviously you have to pay for your classes and everything, and then there's also more fees on top of that you have to pay. But then the audacity of this class, they made us spend another $30 on this like rip-off Arduino. It was like a kid's version of an Arduino, so we didn't have to actually learn coding. If anyone knows what Arduino is, it's called microbit. They made us spend $30 on that. What the fuck? It should be included. Should be included for the exorbitant fees I'm already paying. Where the hell did that go? Huh? Huh? Who's been eating my money? Anyway. I'm like, yeah, but log cabin. Have you made a log cabin before? Anyway, look, I have. Do you want to see something cool? Look, I have an. You probably can't even notice. I have a new camera angle, which I think is superior. Look at that. You can see all the wonderful detail. So here's one I prepared earlier. Oh my god, I forgot to use the drama button when I was talking about the drama. Here's one I prepared earlier. Sprues are good to make frames for orc vehicles. Yes! Consider making trees. Yes, I've made trees from sprues as well, using like the squiggly bits here. Using all these squiggly bits, I've like stuck them on top of each other and made like trees and bushes and stuff. Yeah, when he did designs, my head tutor paid for my materials as I helped him with a bit of admin work. What? That sounds like a bit of a conflict of interest, ayo. Did he give you good marks as well? Yeah, I've made trees before. They come out like very like sort of techie looking, but if you get some flock or something, or like little fluffy bits of like tree stuff and like chuck them all over and use these like branches, that definitely look pretty cool. I think I want to try that at some point, but I don't have a bunch of tree tough things. Anyway, so I'm gonna start by making more of these. Here for the Paw Hammer ideas. Let's go. Paw Hammer 100. Yeah. So I've been hoarding these sprues for a while, waiting to do a stream like this. Shut up. I forgot to mute my phone. I'm sorry to traumatize all the League players. All the ideas, yes, yes. Anyway, I've been collecting my sprues for this stream, and also I definitely want to make a video of ideas at some point. There's another channel on YouTube which has a shitload of, like, their whole channel is just making stuff out of sprues. Like, how niche can you get? I think it's great. Making like a whole channel just dedicated to making things out of Warhammer sprues. If you carve them down and cover them in texture paste, I think should make them look, yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you like carve them, you can sort of make it look like wood grainy. Oh. Sorry. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't remember the name of the channel, but I will have to find it. Because I got a lot of ideas from that guy. It's also a very wholesome channel, I love it. I will put the link in Discord when I find it. But yeah, he had a whole video that was like 40 different ideas in one video. It's like, oh my god, so many good ideas. Yes, anyway, sprue is one of those. I've never made sprue before, so we're not doing that. We're just gonna be building stuff out of sprues. Oh, one of the things he did when we were talking about orc vehicles, he made a whole orc vehicle out of sprues. That was pretty cool. He also made an entire Great Unclean one with just sprue goo. Yeah. He also makes terrain. Oh, that's another idea that he's got. That's if you get a tray with sprue goo and just like squish it down like nice and flat, you can make like walls and stuff like that for making big terrain. It's so good. Going to make an entire barricade set from my pile of leftover sprue. Thank you for your inspiration. Wow. This is my contribution. This is my. I mean, he's probably done that before. He's probably made this before anyway. But look at that. Exactly smart considering that you use excess runners for dioramas and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, so this is my first idea. And I want to make a whole bunch of these because these would be cool if you like can line them up and stuff like that and create like bigger like walled off sections and stuff on your board. Some other ideas, I want to make like some scaffolding. We'll see how much time we have today, but definitely some scaffolding would be easy to make if you just like do 4 legs with like some crisscrosses in between. Yeah, that's another idea I have. What else? Oh, another good idea from that guy was combining them with paddle pop sticks. Oh, sorry, that's probably an Australian thing. Combining them with, what are they called? The wooden sticks. Oh my god, I forgot the actual name. That's not paddle pop sticks. Is paddle pop an Australian thing? I forgot. Do you guys have paddle pops? Oh my god, what are they called? Not like coffee stirrer sticks, they're like really long and thin. Like icy pole sticks, the wooden ones. Anyway, combining sprues with that is pretty cool. Because then you can like go like that and chuck some sticks in between them to make like wooden panels and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Anyway, so let me show you. A boarding, yeah, something like that would be cool. Bridges are good to make. What have my one thing I made in sprues before that I think should be on my Instagram. I might have gotten rid of it. It was pretty ugly. I made like a whole cathedral. Popsicle sticks. Yeah, there you go. Popsicle sticks. Craft sticks. Yeah, something like that. Yes, you get it. I made a whole like 40k like looking ruined cathedral. It was freaking huge. It was way too big. I actually made it too big to play with, so I ended up throwing it out. It was just very sad. Also because I moved house and I have no space for it. I threw out a lot of things when I moved house. It was sad. Just remember something I saw a video about turning model kit runners into stand for figures. Oh, and a phone case. Oh, I didn't think about turning it into things outside of like Warhammer. That's a pretty good idea. Actually, I had an idea. One idea that I had for a while, which was to melt them down, because I found out Games Workshop sprues are made from polystyrene, which is actually the same material as some cutting mats. It's like this sort of self-healing-ish material. So I had the idea to try and chuck them all on a big tray and melt them down, and see if I could make a cutting mat out of them. But then I found out that it releases very toxic fumes, so so I did not do that. Don't burn your sprues, kids. You will get something bad. I don't know, cancer probably. Anyway, so let's do a bit of a demonstration as to how I made this little guy. I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out, but I will show you some tips and tricks and stuff. So you've got your sprue. This is like a half sprue. I don't even know. There's like the really like A4 size sprue. This is like an A3 size sprue, and then there's ones that are like even smaller than this. Anyway, you cut off your sprue. The straight bits are obviously the best for making panels and stuff. And most of the time, the only straight bits are like along the edges, like all the bits in the middle are really squiggly and stuff. But we can use it for other stuff. But for like any sort of flat panels or barricades. You only really want the straight ones. And also, when you're clipping off all these bits, you want to clean them up so they'll actually sit together nicely. The rest of the Games Workshop model kits are made of polystyrene. Yeah, it's made of polystyrene. Polystyrene is not like packaging polystyrene. Packaging, like the soft, spongy packaging polystyrene is expanded polystyrene. Polystyrene is an actual plastic as well. It's just if you inject it with a bunch of air, it becomes the fluffy, foamy polystyrene that we use for packaging. Just an idea, perhaps. So tank, tank barrier things, the little spiky things. I forgot what they're called. I don't know. Tank stoppers. Yeah, that's another good one. Planning on repurposing some sprues for barbed wire. Yeah, that too, definitely. Can't burn my plastic. What will I do with all my armies when GW reboots my favorite game? Reboots your favorite game? What do you mean? What are they rebooting? What a shame. Well, if you chuck them all outside and you make like a huge bonfire of plastic, you could give the whole neighborhood cancer. What a fun time. He will definitely probably get sued. Put in jail, likely. Am I using Tamiya? Yes! These are Tamiya's nippers, which have been the best ones so far. I've used the Games Workshop ones before, which were also pretty good, but they're just kind of expensive. And these ones are actually a gift, so from Tip Top Baker. They've held up very well. Like they're at least my GW clippers kind of got blunt in, like, it didn't take that long for them to get blunt. I don't know. Actually, no, it probably was a long time, actually, now that I think about it. Either way, these Tamiya ones are, like, still super duper sharp, though. Yeah. Hello, Galatius, welcome. When they got rid of fantasy and replaced with air, some people, oh, burned their old armies? Oh, no. Oof. Oof. Yes. I've been learning about plastic in uni, so yeah. Generally, burning any sort of plastic is pretty bad for you. Polystyrene. The thing with polystyrene is that it actually doesn't release many fumes, so it's not that bad, but the fumes that it does release are really bad. I believe the ones that are safe-ish to burn are like, ow, my gosh, this blade is so sharp. I literally just pointed myself with it and it stabbed me so hard. Oh my god. I forgot, like ABS and polypropylene, I think. Anyway, that's my plastic knowledge. Don't burn any plastics in general. Two best nippers are Tamiya and God Hand. Oh, everyone talks about the God Hands. I should try them at some point. I would like to. I want to do a review of hobby products someday. Just buy like every single glue, every single clippers, and put them head to head. Anyway, I'm erasing the Games Workshop logo and serial number as well. Goodbye. I'm not having a Games Workshop branded barricade. Imagine you live in a dystopian universe where Games Workshop makes actual military gear and your barricades are made by Games Workshop. Just have Games Workshop branded barricades. Anyway. Hello! Do I have an Insta or something? I do! My Instagram is also Pega. If you just look me up, it'll probably show up. Otherwise, is it in my description? If it's not, yeah, it's in the description. There you go. You can hit that link. The risk of building a model kit is literally the modeling knife. Yeah, I know what terrain is currently being made. I'm making a little barricade. This is what we're making first up. Which is also the one in the thumbnail. I made this one this morning, so I could put it in the thumbnail. That's what I'm working on currently. So what I've done is just cleaned up a straight bit of sprue, and having a knife with this shaped blade is also really handy. Even if you can get it like flatter than that, like get like a straight on flat blade, because it's really annoying. Because when you, at least when I use a hobby knife like this, I'm always going like that sort of thing. Either way, we're cutting like really thick stuff. So if you go like that, you're definitely gonna cut yourself when you're cutting through the big thick stuff, and it's gonna go straight into your thumb. Usually it's fine if you're just like scraping little stuff and it doesn't like go into your thumb really deep, but because we're doing like really big cuts, it's gonna probably hurt you. And going like that with this angle is kind of annoying. Instead, if you get this sort of like flat blade, you can really like push into it and like carve it. It's also really good, actually. I'll do a quick demo. Is the camera gonna focus? Please focus. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, is it going? I think it's kind of working. Alright, if you have a flat knife like this one, you can also go like this and use it to go straight down and make spokes. Or I've used this to make crystals as well. You can really carve your sprues out. Oh no. Ah! What the hell? I pressed a bit too hard. I snapped. Trenches. Yeah! Oh yeah, I use sprues for the trench base in my video as well. Yeah. Anyway. Also, all this extra stuff is actually pretty good to keep for basing. You can make some pretty interesting, like ruined, sort of rubble-looking bases. So I keep all the spares. Nothing gets wasted. Absolutely nothing. If I see you throwing away one bit of leftover plastic from your Warhammer kits, I will sue you. Because you were in the stream. Oh my god. Use the Games Workshop logo from a sprue to make a workshop sign. Oh my god, how did you cut that off? You must be so, like, neat with that. Something going to go on the front of the barricade? I don't know. I could put something on the front. It could freehand, like, some graffiti or something. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah. Ugh. You borrowed your gardening clippers. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm gonna freaking... Ugh. Itchy. I started with scissors, actually. I had like this teeny tiny pair of scissors that is supposed to be used for like nails. Not a nail clipper, but just a tiny pair of scissors. Or they were made for like eyebrows, something like that. I don't even know. But they were my mum's. That's what I started with. An actual tiny pair of scissors. I was like, oh, that's what they use in the videos, tiny pairs of scissors. So I'm just gonna use this tiny pair of scissors. Anyway, and it worked pretty well actually. But then when I actually got to try out an actual pair of clippers, I was like, oh my god, this is game changing. Revolutionary. Anyway, so there you go, that's a nice, clean, straight piece of sprue. And if you wanted to make it more like natural for like trees or something, you could like you can like dig into it a bit to make it more like natural looking, and even like you can even round it a bit if you like shave off the corners, make it a bit more rounded. You better keep all those shavings. You better not vacuum up any single bit of plastic. You better be inhaling them before you put them in the bin, okay? Don't put any piece of plastic in the bin. There you go. And then that looks more like wood-like, this little section here. Yeah, as opposed to like the really straight sprue bits. Anyway, perhaps on the barracks, you painted your call sign. What's up, nerds? I just put like big nerd. That would be funny. Or Neko was here. That would be fun. What should I put on it? You could put like a logo or something. It's a very like sort of makeshift looking barrier though. It's not like a super clean like military sort of style barricade. More like junked up. Anyway, so that's how I cleaned up the sprues. The flat blade definitely helps. And here are some I prepared earlier, so you don't have to watch me clean 20 different pieces of sprue. I did some for you, look! We've got, these are from like the really big sprues. So we can cut these up into smaller bits. Weird question, but like how many elites per recruit edition? Mats? Huh? How many elite or recruit edition mats equals? Oh, a 2,000 point size table? What is, I'm trying to remember what elite. But like, you know, the cardboard boards that you get from GW that like open in half? You need 4 of those to make a 2,000 point board. That's what I know. I hope that helps. Glad no one read my traumatic modeling experience. Wait, what? You didn't have clippers before I bought my modeling kit? Literally used my teeth! Oh my god. Holy moly. Not even like a knife? Like a regular knife? Oh my god. I used the tiny scissors that I got from my mum as well as oh, like a Stanley knife. I had a Stanley knife and I just like cut right into it with that. Maybe some spikes from more sprue bits, all those round bits from the sprues rip. Yeah, that's another thing. The little round bits that you cut off the sprue do make for good rivets. I'm not using teeth. I'm not using teeth. Theo is using teeth. It wasn't me. GW doesn't want you to know, but they aren't edible. I think Lord Theo's onto something. Maybe we should be using our teeth. Get that jaw strength up. Anyway, I'm gonna make another barricade that's about the same size. So I'm just gonna clip him to length. Huzzah! Look how much preparation I did for this stream. Look how organized I was. I prepared whole sprue sticks for this project and a whole little barricade in advance just to show you what we're making. Wow, so much effort. High effort stream. Imperial Guard have pioneer regiments, so your wooden barracks would suit them fine. For example, Sevla. Oh, that's cool. I feel like you're the only one that was told I needed clippers before you started. Never used a real substitute. Wow, educated. I was like that with my painting. I never had any weird painting experiences, like using craft paint or like shitty brushes and stuff like that. Cause that was the part I was like most nervous about when starting Warhammer, so I watched a shitload of tutorials about painting Warhammer miniatures before we actually bought them. So I was well prepared for that. I was not prepared for the assembly part though. Bro, I was dry brushing on my very first miniatures. That's how prepared I was. And there's people that I know that have been in the hobby for like a year and still don't know how to dry brush. A whole city out of sprues? Honestly, I think that'd be cool. At least enough to make like a whole board of terrain. How many did I use for this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. 7 sprues. Anyway. Yeah, it'd definitely be cool, especially since like sprue terrain is never gonna match up against like actual GW terrain, because that shit is detailed as heck. So but having sprue terrain, having, oh my god, having sprue terrain next to other sprue terrain looks much better. So if you've got a whole board of sprue terrain and it all matches up, I think that'd be cool. So different to when you started. What are your cursed Warhammer experiences? Man, I had so much fun when I made the the shorts, the TikTok about the noob level assembly. That was fun. You got told how to paint by your best friend James, and you didn't use undercoat. Oh yeah, man. I knew someone that didn't use primer on his minis and defended it. It was like, no, you don't need primer. It actually turns out better without primer. You get more control with your paint. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Bruh. Anyway, so with the barricade, since the sprues are tapered on one side, you can actually like decide which side you want facing forwards, or you can put them on your side. It looks kind of weird. It looks very wonky if you put them on your side. If you put them on the side, but yeah, if you put them upside down, they're gonna like touch really neatly, which is how I did it for this one. Can confirm it does not. Yeah. I've had the experience when like you prime something and then you're like, oh cool, that's primed, I'm gonna take it inside and start painting, and then you get inside and start painting, and then I realize that there's like some little patch like underneath that isn't primed, but you can't be bothered to go back outside and prime that one little bit again and waste a whole bunch of primer and just paint over it anyway. I've had that and the paint does not go on well. The paint does not go on well on those patches where the primer is not on. It's got way worse control because it's like it makes like that weird, it's like putting water on plastic. That's literally what it's like. It just kind of washes everywhere. It doesn't stick anywhere. Fair's not entirely necessary, it just stops chipping a bit. It's much more important on metal figures. I think making the argument that it gives you better control to not have primer is definitely false. It's definitely not necessary to have primer. Like, I know some people as well that, like in a pinch, you can literally just start with like a really thick layer of paint on top, on the bottom rather, to just have like a foundation for it to stick to. But if you're trying to do like freaking glazing on bare plastic, it's not gonna work out. This is before YouTube. Ah, fair enough. Boomer. When I started painting, my older brother got me Necrons, and it was not the best details, so we used 5 paints and made the coats too thick. Ah, the classic. The classic. Thin your paints moment. Yeah, my first mini was pretty decent, I would say. I was pretty proud of it. I still got some photos of it. I posted it on Reddit because I had no idea where else to post my minis other than Reddit. I'd literally never used Reddit before, but I was like, that's where Warhammer is, on Reddit. So I posted it on Reddit. There we go. Goodbye. I have erased Games Workshop. Sorry guys. No more minis. No more minis, guys. Anyway, so if you put them like this, it comes out really flat and like close together. But if you put them on the other side, like so, you get, I don't know, a more textured surface. They're still like touching, but there's like a bit of a gap between each one. So, I don't know, up to you which side you want facing forwards. I think I liked the flatter side facing forwards. So, I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, so I'm gonna use some of these squiggly bits. I'll just get like a straight bit, because I don't want to cut up a whole nice piece of straight sprue that's just for like supporting the back. So there we go. And we're gonna use these to hold them all together, like so. Yeah. And these ones you don't have to worry as much about making them all nice and smooth. No way gives you better control. Oh yeah. No way. If you're in a pinch, I would highly recommend priming. That's the takeaway. If you can't prime, it's okay. You don't necessarily have to, but it definitely makes your minis paint job last longer, prevents chipping, and even just like rubbing it as well can make it come off the mini if you haven't primed it, as well as just making the paint stick better and flow nicer when you're painting. Went to get an airbrush for priming. Melbourne weather sucks. Rip. Oh man, I haven't tried priming with an airbrush. I have an airbrush, but I've given up using it. Death Corps. Hello, Death Corps. Oh man, I don't have a fart sound. I'm sorry. I disappointed you. Hello, Grab It. Welcome. The homies are rolling on in. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have an airbrush, but I just don't like painting with an airbrush because people are always like, it's funny. They're always like, oh, painting with an airbrush is cheating. It's too easy. And I'm like, oh my god. It definitely, if you can get it right, yeah, you can get some nice smooth blends and stuff like that. But like the whole skill with airbrushing is literally just making your airbrush fucking work. I cannot get my airbrush to work. Well, I can. It's either, but it always comes out either like it starts spinning, and like every 5 minutes you have to like clean it because it's some sort of cloggage, even though I thinned my paint down like with a 10 liters of water or like paint thinner. I've not had a good experience airbrushing. Also it means I don't have like a permanent place. I don't have a permanent place to leave my airbrush outside. So I always have to like make a whole setup, go outside, put on a mask so I don't inhale paint fumes, even though I'm inhaling glue fumes right now. Anyway, airbrush is just, it's so annoying. It just keeps clogging, man. It just keeps clogging. Can't stand it. So I hate painting with an airbrush. That's my opinion on it. Anyway, I love my airbrush. It goes whoosh. Airbrush go brr. Easy peasy. Airbrush is cheating. Airbrush is cheating. You shouldn't use an airbrush. Clogged airbrush, just up the pressure. The maximum lunacy levels. Yeah. There's just so many things that can go wrong with an airbrush, man. Why don't we just go back to the old days with our good old paintbrush and paint? Your art stuff, there's no cheating. Never. No cheating ever. There are only techniques and tricks. AI though. Cheating. AI is literally copying your friend's homework and not changing it. I'd say that is cheating. Honestly, this could be cool for both Warhammer and other tabletop games, because just scratch the fluff out of it and it should look like a wooden table. True, yeah, you can make a cool wooden table as well. Yeah, popsicle sticks, yeah, we were talking about that before. Popsicle sticks would be really good to combine with sprues as well, because then you can just make like a platform with popsicle sticks running between them. Tongue depressors. We call them paddle pop sticks. But you can also like make the, I was showing it off before here. You can make the sprues look more like wooden. It looks more like logs than like or like branches, like big sticks, as opposed to like wooden flat panels. But yeah. Totally didn't accidentally buy an industrial compressor at launch and launch paint around my room and my screen. I would never airbrush indoors. I'm scared. I'm scared to airbrush outdoors. I'm scared I'm gonna get paint on the outside of my house. I would never airbrush indoors. I'm gonna get paint everywhere. Yes, anyway, I'm using plastic glue because I really don't want to use super glue. I hate super glue. And I will get super glue all over my computer if I use it, so I'm using plastic glue. So it's gonna take a bit to dry. But tongue depressors are the big ones. The final Pokemon evolution book armies, those sticks. Thick sticks. Anyway, this is how you make just like a basic panel glue out of sprues, and you can use that for like a whole bunch of stuff. You can make really long ones, you can make really wide ones, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can make a whole building by just making panels like this. You can even like cover this side with sticks if you wanted to as well, if you wanted it to be like nice on both sides. I don't know, I feel like it'd be cool to make a whole house like this. If you get like all the support beams running along the side and then just like use it like wood, like it's literally just like building a house. Oh, another thing as well is you can cut them up as well into like smaller bits, sort of like this, maybe a bit shorter, and use them like bricks. They're actually really good for making bricks and just stacking it up. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work laying hundreds of miniature bricks. A whole real house? Oh god, I'm lagging. Hello? Hello? Ayo, okay, we're good. No stream crash. No stream crash. 1 like equals a 1 less crashed stream. I don't even know what liking streams does, but do it anyway. I like to see the number go up. It makes me happy. That's the only reason you should do it. Oh, I'm still lagging. Oh my god. Oh no, what is going on? Ayo. Anyway, hello. Oh my god, what if someone did actually make a whole real house out of sprues? That'd be insane. Did you see the person that made, what's his name? He does like a whole bunch of documentaries about like doing crazy stuff with toys. Oh god. What is going on? I think it's James May. I think that's his name. But he made a whole house out of Lego. A whole real house. That was mad. I'm doing a barrier. Yeah, I'm making a barrier. Making another barrier to go with this one. Also, the sprues are so shiny. You can like see the reflection of the mat on it. At least at that angle. Looks really shiny. Anyway. Yeah, we're making another one. James May, yes. Yes. One of the Top Gear guys. It's not quite dry yet, but I'm gonna work on it anyway. Hold on, let me try to fix something real quick. Let me see if I can make it not lag. Alright. See how that goes. Alright. Yeah, I made a whole ass Lego house, including Lego slippers, I think. So anyway, what was I doing? Oh, yes, I've got some shorter bits of sprue that I'm going to use for the leggies. We like some nice thick leggies. I'm going to need another one, because you do need, in fact, at least 2 leggies. I thought I cut 2 out. I don't know where the other one's gone though. Either way, here's another leggy. Just clean that up. Probably more solid than the average American house. Oof. Got him. Orc players be like, I can build a stomper, an apartment, and a girlfriend out of these rooms. Oh yeah. Did you guys see, I remember Miniac, oops, not Miniac, Midwinter Minis. Midwinter Minis have made a whole giant orc thing out of rubbish. That was interesting. It was a good effort, I will say. It's more than what I could have done. I feel like it did still look kind of like trash. Sorry. I'm sorry, Midwinter Minis. I'm just fucking... I'm roasting. I think it's a good use of trash. I feel like it wasn't the greatest. Just putting, that's my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Being a deck dread had mostly sprues. Oh my god! There was someone at my local game store that had an entire orc army made of junk. Literally made out of like tin cans and aluminium foil and stuff like that. It was so cool. Ugh. At that point, if I owned a store, if I owned a Games Workshop store that only allowed official Games Workshop miniatures, and I saw someone that made an entire orc army out of trash, I would just let him in. Anyway, like, man, that's a lot of effort. Props on you. You should get to play a game. I will let you. I will allow this in my store. I should be a game store owner. I would. Ugh. I actually, for ages, wanted to have my own game store. I still would. I think it'd be fun. It would certainly be hard. And very expensive. They aren't third-party, true, they're not third-party miniatures, but it's still not official Games Workshop plastic. Don't build these grab guard thingies out of garbage you find in the dumpster. Are you even an orc player? Yep. Anyway, oh, that's another thing that's good with the flat blade, is just like cutting straight down to get like nice flat edges, because doing it with clippers kind of pinches the plastic in the middle, so you don't get a nice like flat edge. Doing it with a knife makes it a lot flatter on the end. See, that's what I did. That's why I clipped it with clippers, and you can see it's all like compressed in the middle. Oh my god, the camera's not focusing, but you can see it's kind of a little rounded, and it's all like white in the middle because it's like compressed, as opposed to with the knife, it's like nice and sharp. So people doing hover tanks using PC mouses. Have you guys seen, you know the guy that made the flamethrower tank for like a space marine? I forgot what it was. You know that guy? It like went kind of viral on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And Discord, I suppose. Everyone was sharing it because it was so cool. He made a real ass hover tank, a for real hovering tank. Like he took, what is it called? The impulsor? I don't know. That space marine tank that hovers, transport thing. And he put a tiny little drone in it that was somehow strong enough to actually carry the tank, and it actually flies. I thought it was fucking hilarious, and it makes me so happy. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. It's amazing. Does not matter if it comes out of the recycling bin, so long as you believe it works, it will work. Exactly. Every Warhammer player needs to see the legendary deodorant stick land speed. What? Anyway, I'm gonna cut this on an angle, which is also a good idea to do this with a knife instead of clippers, so you can get good good angles. Cut it on an angle, so this barricade will sit on an angle like that, and it's got a nice flat connection. Yeah. Anyway, you can kind of adjust this to whatever angle you want. I think this one's a little bit too upright. I think this one's standing up a little too straight. I don't know. So I want to make this one a bit more angled. So I'm gonna cut this other one to the same length and angle. Didn't White Dwarf feature it? Oh my god, really? Law accurate. Yeah, it's literally law accurate Space Marine tank. And also rules accurate Space Marine tank in 10th edition. Because now they actually fly the hovercrafts. Okay, that one's slightly short, it's fine. I will have to see this deodorant can. Anyway, there you go. And we're just gonna stick them on just like that. It's that easy. And it's good to sort of sit them on the legs while you're gluing it on, so you can make sure that it actually stands upright. Oh my god. This glue smells so strong. It's been like, my glue has been like dribbling. It's really weird. Hold on. So when you're gluing it on, you can make sure that both legs are actually touching the ground and it's standing up straight. There you go. Ta-da! And then you can leave that to dry. And leave it to dry like that, so that it dries in place. It should hold up. There we go! Now we got 2 barricades. Wow! Yeah, my glue has been dripped even when I'm keeping it like that, which is like on an angle. So it should be going down back into the thing. It's going on the freaking outside. I don't understand. So there's this glue hanging around the outside of the stick, and every time I open the lid, it stinks. Anyway, in an old White Dwarf, back when they encouraged scratch building and kit bashing a lot more, they had an article that was a full tutorial on how to make a land speeder out of a deodorant stick. Oh my god. Has someone put it in the Discord? Oh, it looks like they have. I'm gonna have a look. Oh yes. Behold. Oh my god, that looks so good! I wasn't expecting it to actually look good. Holy moly. That's so good. Is this gonna work? Sort of. That's so good! I imagine it to look so much worse for some reason. Oh my god, all the instructions are in text. I'm not reading that. I'm sorry. I don't want to read. Cringe. Show me the pictures. Show me the pretty pictures. That looks so good. Also, what are these guys? Are they Space Marines? No way they're Space Marines. Are those Space Marines? He looks so funny. What is he holding? Is that a bolt? A bolter? Oh my god. Legendary Warhammer lore. Oh, so you can't even see what I'm pointing to. What is he holding? What is this? Is that a bolt gun? That's so weird. They're Space Marines. They look so funny. They're these funny little guys. Back when they were squat. These short little men. It's so funny. That's a good looking land speeder though. There's no way they're gonna fit in it. That's so cool. Anyway, that's our first little project done. Boggun with a chainsaw bayonet. Oh my god, is that a thing? A chainsaw bayonet? That's insane. In Horus Heresy. But it even smell nice. Oh yeah. The guy probably didn't though, because he just turned his deodorant stick into a tank. He hasn't got any deodorant anymore. You can get them in the Horus Heresy mini kits. Really? An actual weapon upgrade for the tag ring. That's so whack. That's so Warhammer. A chainsaw bayonet. Oh my god. Anyway. What was I gonna say? There we go, we got 2 barriers. Now, we've got another hour to go. What else should I make? Should I try and make some scaffolding? I can make some tree, although I don't have any tree flocking stuff to make leaves. You can make a little table or a bridge. I think a bridge would be cool. I should make a bridge. I'd like to make a bridge. Or a trench. We can make a trench. You choose. You choose what I make. I can't decide. Good morning. Hi, Campbug. Welcome. I'm doing pretty good. We just finished our first little barricade. Ta-da. I could do a dead tree. I could do a dead tree. A tree on the ground. Hello, Dad's Shift. Hello, hello. Hey, yo. How you doing, Bug? You end up seeing minis everywhere. Oh, using day-to-day stuff to make minis is a path to delusional existence. True. Oh man. That's the path to becoming a hoarder. That's me currently with crafting supplies. I've been making a lot of stuff out of like knitting and sewing. I made a carpet. I made a whole carpet. I put it in the Discord and I'm really proud of it and it looks really pretty. And I like it a lot. But I made that out of scrap fabric and stuff. So anyway, I raided my mum's house for a whole bunch of scrap fabric and I've got a shitload of wool and fabric all over the floor now. That I'm like, I'm gonna turn it into something. I'll do something with it. Just you watch. Tank stopper? Okay, oh yeah, that's actually one I wanted to do. Because that one's quick to do as well. We can do the tank things. Tank barriers. I forgot what they have an actual name. I will turn it into something. Yes. I'll find a way. I will turn it into something, even if it's to just fucking get rid of it. And get it off the floor. Also, I just did that without telling you. I'm sorry. I just cut off a little bit of the legs of these because it was annoying me how upright it was standing. It was standing too well. Also, this one is got a bit of sprue sticking out the bottom. It's not making it stand up perfectly. There we go. That one. No, that one's good. All right. There we go. Prefer tank chopsticks. What are they called? They're not tank chopsticks. Tank barriers. Tank stoppers. Tread stoppers? Tread blockers? Tank blocker. What is it called? What is it called? For real. For real, for real. Tell me. Cringe. I'm gonna try and make them though. Also tell me so I can look up references. That might be a good idea. I haven't made these before. But it looks pretty much just like a spiky ball. They're called Czech hedgehog. Is that actually what it's called? It's called average Australian fauna. But it's essentially just like a spiky ball. I can do that. Tank stopper thingy. Wow, thank you. That is the actual name. Check hedgehog. Okay, what about the common name? That's not tank stopper thing. I think you guys get what I mean though. I think hedgehog is a pretty apt to name. Oh yeah, you can make like walls and fences as well. If you want to make, you can make like the spike things as well. When you just like stick spokes into the ground with spikes in them. I don't know what that's called either. Just a big wall of spikes. That's another thing you can make with sprues. So many things you can make with just straight square sticks. Tank bindi. Tank bindis. War Thunder guys, yeah. Where the War Thunder homies at? Let me launch the game. I lost someone there. Man, I played War Thunder for a little bit. I should get a sponsorship. I should get a War Thunder sponsorship. That'd be pretty sick. But the only part I liked about War Thunder was like I don't really care much for history and stuff like that. I just liked flying around the planes and blowing shit up. That was my favorite part. The War Thunder guys are too busy hacking government secrets. Yeah, they're too busy revealing classified documents on the Thug Shaker Discord. You mean the ground spikes that stop cavalry? Yeah, those things. Those doohickeys. You could also make a cute little bonfire. That'd be cute if you just like chuck a bunch of sticks together. Make a little bonfire. Anyway, so this tank stopper thing, essentially just going like that. Do you only need 3? I think you only need 3. That looks like it. Can you even add a 4th? I don't think I can add a 4th. Ah, you could. I think it looks weird with 4. I don't know how I'm gonna stick these together though. I didn't really think about this one. Is that it? Called the front line man. Days without the Warhammer. Days without the War Thunder community leaking classified military secrets. 0. It'd be a bonfire with no fire. Just a bon. Hey Baba! I hope you're doing well. I heard you were sick. You were sickies. You're down with the sickness. I hope you get better soon. I hope you're well enough to join us in painting tomorrow. We're having a painting hangout tomorrow. I haven't mentioned that yet. So if you're not in the Discord yet, hop in. We're going to be hanging out and just chilling and painting minis together. It's going to be fun and I'm going to be there. So if you want to hang out and paint some minis, join the Discord. We're doing that tomorrow. Tank stoppers are normally only 3 in a tripod setup. Okay. I was correct. In a little teepee. A very spiky teepee. Oh man, when I went to Italy, when I went to Italy, we went to the beach. And the beaches in Italy are so dirty compared to the beaches in Australia. And also there'd been a flood or something recently, so there was a whole bunch of just sticks and seaweed all over the beach. And we made a whole ass teepee out of these giant bamboo logs, and that are just washed up. It was so cool. It was huge as well. That was so much fun. We also made a fire. And we cooked sausages and other things. Like bread. Feel like you've been partying with Nurgle? Oh no, got my Leviathan pre-order. Nice! Oh yeah! How about those pre-orders? Huh? Did anyone get their hands on Leviathan? I did not. I didn't really care. See, there's glue on the outside of the thing again. I didn't do anything! How are they getting there? Stop it! Anyway, I didn't find anything gruesome considering all that's happening. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. What's the weirdest thing? We found some tires. We didn't find any weird shit. is the good part. What did we find? We found nothing really weird. Really just like a ton of seaweed. Oh, I found a ball. Like a ball pit ball. Like those plastic hollow balls. Balls. My Polar Jam's big enough without Leviathan, mood. Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't get Leviathan. I wasn't particularly interested. I think there's a couple of nids that maybe I will get sometime in the future, but my nid army is very slow because I'm kit bashing every single one to look like a Craver from Endless Space 2. There we go, look at that. It's a tank spike thing. The official name, tank spike thing. I might cut them to be a little shorter. I think this looks a bit too lanky. But yeah. Not really interested in Leviathan box. Need armies take my interest? Yeah, definitely. The part I'm interested most is just the rule book, probably. They're actually giving them online for free? I don't know about the core rules, but they're giving the data sheets online for free. As far as I know. They put the Space Marine and Tyranid ones up online. And someone already... Tank Trap! There you go! That's what I was trying to think of. Tank Trap. And someone already made a video breaking down the Space Marine data sheets. Absolutely insane. The rulebook is out for free. Oh, okay, sick. Epic. I think, I really want... Oh, I talked about this last time. I really want the little squiddly guys. The squiddly Tyranid guys. It turns out they're just little token marker things. It's lame. I want to play them as actual little units. But apparently they come with the big brain bug. But they look very cute. And I want them. The other thing is like the winged Tyranid Prime. Looks pretty sick. I would get that. But yes, as I said, I'm kit bashing all of my creepers, so I literally have 1.5 warriors done at the moment. Yeah. I have more Tyranid magic cards than I do actual Tyranids models. Estimated wait time for GW site. What? It's 42 minutes. What do you mean wait time on the site? Wait time to see the rules? What? At the end of next week, all data sheets. Oh shit! You suddenly do when you start spamming those Tyrannid tokens. Oh yeah. And points. Oh yeah! Yeah, we don't have points yet. Damn. I want to see someone do a full spore mine and floating jellyfish adjacent Tyranid army. Oh man, I would love to see that. Oh no, my tank trap is kind of fallen down. Oh no, it's fine. I just put it the wrong way up. To be able to access the shop for real? Oh my god, for real? Why? The pre-orders are done. That was hours ago. Why is it now going down? To ensure everyone has the best chance to get their hands on an incredible Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan new edition launch box, we've temporarily added a queuing system to our web store and restricted time on the site for all customers. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Check out 2 awesome videos and excerpt from Leviathan. What? The pre-orders came out hours ago though. What? What do you mean this is for the Leviathan box set? Type of tank trap. Yeah, we found out it's called a Czech hedgehog, I think it was. What? They're trying to cut down on scalpers stealing the boxes. Yeah, but I literally checked the site early today, like when the pre-orders were up. And I didn't have a queue when it started. Why is there a queue now? I'm so confused. Why didn't they do this when they actually they came out, what is it, at midday for us? That was literally 9 hours ago and there was no queue. And 9 hours later. It took them 9 hours to program the queue, guys. Go on. Small indie company. No, I did hear that they were gonna try and figure out some sort of way to I thought there was just like they were going to limit it to 1 per customer, which doesn't stop scalpers. People aren't just going to show at the same time to pre-order, they'll keep it like that until they feel like the numbers are acceptable. That's fair, right. But I don't know, I would have imagined like the most number of people on this site would have been like as it went on. Like all, like in one of the discords I'm in, people were like up and waiting like on the website at like midday on all the like local game store websites so they could order their boxes, and they sold out in minutes. Like one of the more popular game store, Gap Games. I have an affiliate link to Gap Games. You should use my affiliate link in the description below when shopping at Gap Games. Gap Games apparently had like 600 or something allocated, and they sold out in minutes. In less than 10 minutes, they were sold out. So I was surprised. It's still up on the Games Workshop store. I thought they would have been gone by now. Yeah, no, literally everyone went on and bought it at midday when they came out. Oh, so the funny thing, Games Workshop made a post on like what time the box is gonna launch in different countries, and for Australia they put freaking WA time. We were like, what? It's coming out at 9 AM? No, sorry, it was 10. Coming out at 10 AM. But then people realized, what? That doesn't make sense. Why would they put WA time? Who the fuck lives in WA? For real. Anyway. Too broke to get a box? Yeah, me too. Also, yeah, just, I don't really care for it. I feel for people that do actually want it. And, too broke. I'm broke, but I also don't want it, so I don't really care. He's basically they only sell one as one comes off the production line. Oh, that makes sense. Doesn't take him 10 minutes to make a box, probably, or 40 minutes. I don't know how long the queue is for each person. That's mad. That's mad. I wonder why they don't just make it to order. Here's an idea. Just like the Indomitus, that worked out pretty well. Have you ever thought about doing gameplay streams? Oh, that was a joke. I thought it was for real. I think that's a pretty good idea. I think they should do that. Gameplay streams. I haven't really been playing many games. Is one thing. I've been playing Honkai Star Rail actually. I'm hooked. I've been playing Honkai Star Rail. Okay, maybe that one's too small. Actually, oh, I don't know. Cause then no FOMO. True. True. Surely they do a made to order later on, just like they did with Indomitus. Anyway, I do other types of streams on my Twitch. So if you follow me on Twitch, or join the Discord, I will ping. They're very impromptu and infrequent, but I'm planning on doing some stuff with Death Corps as well, which will be fun. Oh, we want to do some like Dark Souls, and what else did we want to do? I forgot. I've done editing streams as well on Twitch. That was chill. Hold on. I'm just gonna flip this over, see if that works better. Making baby tank trip. Just went to my local shop and pre-ordered in person. No way. Bro, by the time the fucking by the time the person walking, oh my god, I can't speak. By the time the person working at the store like clicks on their iPad to sell you the product, it's already gonna be sold out at the store. My god, this is hard. This is hard work, guys. For real. I've got glue all over my fingers. They're sticking to my fingers instead of to each other. The 5th person to get it. Wow. In person. That's mad. You know what? That works? Question mark? Kind of. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think the big one or the small one? I think the big one's too big. I need like a tank for scale. Here's a space marine. Here's a space marine we painted last week for scale. I feel like that one's too small, that one's too big. I don't know. What do you guys think? Seeing so many stores complain they didn't get their full allocation. I'm just waiting for GW to hit them with the posting how many boxes they asked for. Oh yeah. I heard about that as well. Though I heard Gap Games got 600 boxes, which is mad. I don't know how many they would have asked for, but that sounds like a lot. Anyway. How long have we got? We got another half hour. Should I? Actually, I probably want to make at least like 3 of these. Big or small? Give me a big or small in chat. Should I make them more big or make them more? Or somewhere in between? I think somewhere in between. This is Space Marine. in scales of Space Marine. This one's about half a Space Marine tall, this one's about 1 Space Marine tall. I don't know how big tank traps are in real life. Tank traps are not small things. No, I know that they're not small. They're like person height. Yeah, they're pretty big. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that one's too, it looks a bit, it just looks lanky. I think it's because the sticks aren't thick enough. %10 discount doesn't surprise me. 700 boxes were sold in like 4 minutes. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, these are pretty cool. They look so good. They've got like a cross with a... We've got a cross with a thing sticking through it. That's pretty cool. I should put little bits on the end like that. I think that'd make it look more spiky like that. The big one, you think? Can't go wrong with overs. That's fair. That's true. Bigger the better, am I right? Ayo. Alright, I'm gonna try and add little spikies on the edge. I kind of want like a thinner bit. I don't really have any thin bits. This bit's kind of skinny. I'll just use a bit of sprue. Yeah. See how that goes. We're testing things out. We're doing a little bit of heresy called trying new things. That's illegal. Oh, this is the other leg I was working on. I just realized. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna put this on an angle as well. There we go. So, in 1.5 hours, I feel like we've gotten a pretty healthy amount of stuff done. We've got 2 barricades, 1 big spike and 1 small spike. I'm probably not going to keep the small spike though. I'll probably take it apart and do something else with it. I feel there's so much potential to make a whole board of sprue terrain. I really want to make a bridge now. I feel like that would be actually pretty easy to make. Or make a whole, like, giant building. I just realized why it looks weird, because this one is, like, not centered at all. It's, like, really short on that side and really long on that side. That's probably why it looked funny. I'm sorry. I'm taking it apart. Ugh. Pain. All that time waiting for glue to dry for nothing. Cringe. If only super glue didn't destroy my life, I would use super glue. Is anyone else a super glue hater? Certified super glue hater? I've got super glue on 2 pairs of clothes that I really like. There we go. That's a bit more even now. Alright. Sell at 33-minute queue time on GW say, oh my god. You have combined sprue with cardboard. Oh, true! That's a good idea. Checked what an actual anti-tank headshot size would be, and it's around 1 Space Marine tall. Alright. About 1 Space Marine tall. So we'll go with this one then. Big. There we go. Imagine if they are made super glue that, yeah, oh my god, if it made super glue that didn't stick to skin. It's mainly clothes. It doesn't bother me so much that it sticks to my hands, because I can wash it off. but it bothers me that it sticks to clothes and tables and keyboards. I got super glue on my keyboard one time and now I've got permanent scratches on my keyboard. I got it on my Xbox controller and there's scratches on my Xbox controller where I had to take it off. See, hands, the skin will grow back, it's fine. My Xbox controller is not gonna grow back, sadly. It's very sad. You know what, maybe they should just make super glue that doesn't stick to anything, full stop. Call it water. Useless super glue. Alright, I'm cutting off some like tiny straight bits from the squiggly sprue. Oh my god, that's so funny! Look at that, the dot's like next to the sprue. I haven't seen that before. Anyway, learning about plastic in uni as well has been interesting. It's actually pretty impressive. You know how Gundam and like other model kits always have round sprues? Make it super anti-glue. Super not glue. Fun fact, the original intent of super glue was to stick to skin. It was meant for closing wounds. Oh, I think I did hear that, but it wasn't very good at it. Wow. Wow. I think I did hear that from somewhere. There's also like different brands of glue that stick differently and faster and all that jazz. I've heard good things about Gorilla Glue, but I've never tried Gorilla Glue. Super Glue Villainark is starting for real. I've full on given up on using super glue anywhere near my computer now. I'm terrified. I'm going to destroy something. Especially this desk. Not this. I mean, this is a cutting mat on top of my desk, but my desk is also nice and new and shiny. And if I get fucking super glue on it, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know, blow something up. Saying Gundam. Oh yeah, Gundam sprues and other model kit sprues are usually round. It's pretty impressive that Games Workshop makes like square-ish sprues, because it's actually a fair bit harder. Because with a round sprue, the thing with injection molding is that it's two halves that come together, and those two halves obviously need to separate so the thing inside can fall out. But so if you've got a round thing, that's easy. It's always gonna come off. Like, but if you've got a square, the problem with squares is that, here you go. Oh my god, I just destroyed everything. Look at that, the barricades are indeed sturdy enough to survive impact. A sacrificial surface for super glue? Yeah. And I don't have that. Anyway, the problem with a square is that when you've got a mold trying to separate, it creates a vacuum if you've got a square like that. So it's not gonna separate, or it's gonna like stretch the plastic and it's gonna be weird. So you need to like taper it, which is why the GW sprues are slightly tapered so the mold can actually separate. Just think of like trying to open like any board game box, how it's like a square inside another square. When you try to open it, it like vacuums itself closed. That's essentially what it's like, but imagine like a really, really tight fit with two mold halves trying to separate. So you need to add a taper on one side for it to be able to separate and not create a vacuum. Anyway, so that's just like a whole other like thing that they have to design for Games Workshop to be able to make square sprues as opposed to circles. It's just like a random bit of effort, you know? It's kind of impressive. Like unnecessary bit of effort if they just made it round. It's either stupid or it's probably to make it easier to spot counterfeits. Because it takes a lot more design and effort to get square stuff. Yes, that's my random injection molding fact. Very big brain. Should we do a poll on stream to see if anyone would be up for Among Us? Oh my god, I think it's probably better to do that on Discord. I feel like the people that are in the Discord are going to be the one playing it. Fits in boxes better? What, than round sprues? Not really? Square sprues? Oh my god. Why is this bit of sprue so tough? Ugh. Also their sprues are like super squiggly, which is whack. When you look at like other model kits, they're a lot more like grid-like and regular. It's a lot more efficient space with GW sprues. I wonder how they do them, if they've got someone actually designing the sprues, or if they've got like some proprietary program to do it for them. Because it's tough. I had to design an injection molded thing for an assignment at uni. And like just designing a little thing is hard. Imagine a sprue with tons of little bits and detail, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, that. And that's why Games Workshop models are, I mean, not because they have better sprues, but just the effort they put into designing their plastic bits. They put a lot of effort into it. PhD in sprue design. I hope that's a job. I would love to do that. Maybe not, actually. I feel like it would be very stressful. It sounds hard. I'm studying industrial design, which is the design of how you make things, essentially. How things are made. You watch... Has anyone like seen that show? I watched it when I was like really young. It's like how it's made. Is that what it's called? How it's made. It's essentially that show as a subject at university. It's cool. It's very broad. I'm gonna be telling you about industrial design for the next half hour at this point, but it's very broad because essentially initially they had architects design stuff. Like when the Industrial Revolution first came around, they were like, oh, we need someone to design products for us. We'll get the architects, they're good at making things. But then they realize it's an actual separate skill to be able to design a product as opposed to a house. And that's how industrial design was born. And then it's the same thing with UX and graphic design. The internet came around, or like they started making billboards and ads and stuff like that. Started making digital media. Anything with like anything that has any sort of poster, business card, flyer is made by a graphic designer or visual communications designer. It's the same thing. Anyway, when the internet and websites and video games came around, okay, maybe not video games, that's a different thing as well, that's emerging recently now, but when the internet came along, they got the graphic designers to make websites and stuff like that, and they're able to make them pretty, but they weren't always able to make them like nice and functional, which is where UX, which is user experience, and UI, user interaction design came in. UX UI design came in. And that's a whole new field of its own. Yes. Anyway, that's the different design disciplines in a nutshell. The obscure ones that maybe you haven't heard about. And I'm doing industrial, and I love it. I've done a lot of things. I've done a bit of graphic design, I've done some product design, I've done a little bit of architecture as well, which is really annoying because for some reason I keep getting emails for architecture students, but I'm not an architecture student. I just did 1 unit, okay? Bro. But I keep getting emails for architecture students, and shut the fuck up. And you can't unsubscribe because it's a fucking university email. I can't unsubscribe from my university. Cringe. Anyway. That's my rant. Over. Finished. Let's talk about Warhammer again. Oh, actually, no. Let's not talk about Warhammer. I have something I want to talk about. Speaking of designing products. Haha. I want to make something. I would like to actually make a product at some point. Something for Warhammer / miniature painting. And I've had lots of ideas. Unfortunately, I have no money. I have a lot of time but no money. And unfortunately, making products oftentimes involves a lot of money and startup costs, which I don't have. But some ideas were like a portable painting kit. I think that exists already. I've seen some companies make like big wooden painting travel case boxes things. I want to make one of those, but like more slim, streamlined, more compact for travel, or if you can't paint at home. Oh no, these sticks are too short. I'm gonna have to cut different ones. That was one of the ideas I had. Yeah, we're making tank traps now. Ta-da! Got one. I'm making the second one now. What was another idea? I forgot. I've written them down. Wait until you start working, then you have no time and no money. Yay! Sounds like fun. I forgot what my other ideas were. But I would like to make a product from scratch. Another thing was like cutting mats. If I was able to make recycled cutting mats. Which I cannot, sadly. Anyway, I did think of one thing. Tank hedgehogs, yes. I did think of one thing, which is relatively cheap to get started. Which is a book. I was thinking of making a book about miniature painting, where I could write a whole bunch of advice, and I could put like a whole bunch of really pretty pictures and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's done that before. A book about miniature painting. And just fill it with a whole bunch of inspiration, tips and tricks. And I could get like different people as well. Like I could get other streamer friends and stuff like that to give their own bits of advice and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. What would you guys think of that? Would you buy a book about miniature painting? Have you checked old turn of the century travel trunks? They will there were loads that functioned as entire studios. Oh yeah, I think I have seen that. I've seen this one guy that does oil painting. Oh, oil painters in general. A lot of people that like take their oil painting to like different places to paint like landscapes and stuff like that have like really compact oil painting like travel kits. Yeah, have a whole bunch of old GW books of miniature painting. Yeah, like that, like White Dwarf, but just for not just for Games Workshop stuff as well. I could put a color wheel in it. Oh, then everyone will know how smart I am with colors. Yes. If it isn't too expensive and has a lot of good inspiration, I'd probably get a mini painting book. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be. I mean, I can pretty much make the price whatever I want. I mean, I guess it depends by how much I value my time. Which is not much currently, but I don't know, $20. Hello, Night Cornate. I feel like $20 is a reasonable price. It depends how good of like a quality print I can get as well. It'd be kind of sad if I put like some really nice photos, like professional photography pictures and stuff like that, and then the print quality is shit balls, so would depend a bit on that as well. Citadel used to do a bunch of them. Oh, of actual painting books, not separate to White Dwarf. That's cool. I would like to talk about like different kinds of techniques and stuff as well. A lot of people that get into miniature painting get into it through Warhammer, obviously. But there's a lot of other miniature painting, other ways to paint miniatures that isn't just like the Citadel way of like base coat, wash, highlight, base coat, wash, highlight, glaze, something like that. There are other ways to paint miniatures, which I would like to discuss. Have I considered making minis or dies? Yes, I would be interested in making minis. I really want to make miniatures. But that's definitely more of a long-term goal because that takes actual like sculpting knowledge. Making minis is pretty hard and doesn't have much of a market, but it would be cool. Yeah, dice would be cool. I feel like there's a depends what kind of dice. The thing with books is that you can like outsource the printing of books. If you're making dice at home, like your own resin dice and stuff like that, that means you have to like actually store your own stock at home and stuff like that, which takes up a lot of space. And then actually have to like post and package everything yourself. And I've had a look around at like third-party dice manufacturers, but they all look pretty cheap and shit. So yeah, if I were to do dice, I'd probably like make them myself. Yeah, no more heavy metal cringe. Base, wash, highlight for someone. This is the only way to paint. Yeah. It is not the only way to paint. Duncan Rhodes doesn't want you to know this. You can paint your miniatures in other ways. STLs, yeah, that's it. I want to make, I would love to make STLs for 3D printing. Ideally as well as actual minis, like injection molded through some company, but definitely for 3D printing first would be easier. And currently Classy is learning to 3D model, so maybe we were interested in making, we've got some ideas. Oh my god, this plastic glue is getting to me. We've got some ideas. We got some ideas for some cool miniatures. Yes. Which we'll get onto at some point. That's definitely a project that we will be doing. Miniatures is definitely gonna happen at some point. The only thing is we need sculpting skills. Oh, thank you. Don't think dice take up much space. No, they don't, but well, I guess it depends on how much scale, like how many dice you're selling. The part that's more annoying is like having to pack and send them yourself. And especially if you don't have a business address and you just have to like put your own address on like the mail and stuff like that, then it's a little bit sus. And usually you'd go through like a fulfillment company that will do that for you. Oh. Sorry. Oh, got stiff knuckles. Been forcing my hands too much. What exactly boosted my painting skill? Oh boy. There's a lot of things. Just time, practice really, and watching a shitload of tutorials is the best advice for boosting your painting skill. Especially watching like videos from channels that don't just do Warhammer miniatures, like Ninjon or Miniac. I love Miniac. Miniac is such a good painter. I'd definitely recommend them. They also go into more like high level, I'd say, techniques as opposed to like sort of beginner tutorials. Especially Miniac does some more complex tutorials. You really need a high IQ to understand Miniac. If you're looking to boost your painting skill to the next level. At that point, yeah, PO box. But a PO box costs money. See, we have this problem. I don't have money. I have time and a lot of talent and charisma. A shitload. So I unfortunately cannot pack and send that. Yeah. 32mm scale donut. Yep. the blender donut. Make a donut in Blender. Yeah. Got yourself some sculpting skills. Yeah. Donut miniature. Richard Gray has some really great tutorials. Yes. You really need a big brain. You really need an IQ of at least 90. Anyway, this one seems to be like sitting down really low. There we go. That looks a bit taller now. We've got 2 tank traps now and 1 really tiny one, which I think probably looks more like a bonfire if I put like some more sticks around it. Could turn this one into a bon with no fire. We can turn it into a little bon. We'll do that. Actually, I don't have any like base or anything to put on. Oh, my 2 brain cell count work for Miniac. How many IQs per brain cell? You watching Ninjon too? Yeah, I love Ninjon. Ninjon's great. Sorry, also it's impossible for you to have 2 brain cells. Chat collectively has 1 brain cell. that you all share. Everyone in chat. You have to hand the brain cell over to each other. That's how it works. If you wanna send a message, gotta pass the brain cell, guys. Time to share. Gotta work together. Anyway, that is what I've got done. I hope we're able to discuss some cool ideas for you to follow as well, and I will 100% make a whole video about some sprue ideas, so definitely check that out, and wait for that because it's probably gonna be a while. However, my assignments are over, so I'm gonna be back to making videos on Monday. I'm very excited to make videos again, and I've already got some ideas in the works, some scripts in the works already. So yes, gonna be pumping that shit out in the holidays. It's gonna be fantastic. Yes, the moist sound is particularly high level. Wait, what? My wife does not love it? What? The moist sound? What are you talking about? What moist sound? Mom says my turn on the brain cell. Yeah, share it, guys. Come on. Give her to go. Thought of an idea. The model they released on the Space Marine stabbing the orc. I want to change the orc to a bonfire. Make a Dark Souls reference! Oh my god, yes! That'd be so cool. I really want some Dark Souls miniatures. Man, I saw a really cool STL for Artorias. I want that. Oh, Miniac's moist sound. Oh, my mom didn't like the freaking when he goes paint more miniatures at the end. How he like yells it. My mom didn't like that. Want to hear a thing I learned? In China, a certain time of year, some specific town makes piss eggs. Okay, fun fact. I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, I hope you're able to get some fun sprue ideas other than just sprue. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you'd like to support stream and the future videos, if you'd like to invest, would you like to invest in my future videos? Subscribe to my Patreon for $1 a month. My Patreon voted on what today's stream would be, actually, so if you subscribe for $1 a month, you get to choose what my streams are going to be every week. I think it was a good idea, so I think I'll stick with it. It's gonna be a for real thing. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you'll get to decide what stream I'll do every week. Otherwise, you also get your name in the credits of my YouTube videos and stuff like that. Yeah, so check it out. Or you can send a one-time donation to the Pega charity in the link in the description. Or use my affiliate links for Get Games of all games. Yes, that's about it. You can check out my other socials. Join the Discord. 100% join the Discord. We're gonna be having a painting hangout tomorrow. So if you're not in the Discord yet, join the Discord and come and paint some minis together tomorrow at 8 PM, same time as tonight. Yeah, and we'll paint and chill. It's gonna be good fun. Yeah. That's about it. If you're not subscribed yet, you're a fucking nerd. Bruh. You watched this whole stream without subscribing? Wow, cringe. Cringe. Anyway. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow if you're coming to the painting hangout, or next week. Yeah! Bye bye!